Hey, how's it going, everyone? So, in this video, we are going to be analyzing the data from District Attorney Case Prosecutor's Office. Let's go ahead and check it out. First, we are going to be importing all the necessary I'm going to be using Seaborns. We don't need this. Rows. We're not going to be using this for now. We're going to be using plot.style, ggplot. So we are going to be using this dataset right here. I'll have this dataset on the link or in the description of this video. So we have loaded this data. So let's go ahead and try to understand what these datasets looks like. Let's go ahead and check out the head. Okay. Let's go ahead and see the data type. So all of these data types seems to be string or object. Let's go ahead and change this data. Let's column. And change it to data type and do the exact same thing for this column right here. The last one is going to be data loaded at. Okay, let's go ahead and see the name of the column. Sometimes we do have spaces, so we do have to use strip to remove the spaces in the column name. Now let's go ahead and see if we do have any null value. Okay, so it looks like there are tons of null values. So what we are going to be doing is we would want to see the percentage of the so this is not a lot. We are still going to we're not going to do anything with it. If you want to, you can just drop these table. Let's go ahead and drop it. We've dropped all the empty rows. Let's go ahead and see. Now there's no more empty rows. So let's go ahead and see how does the data looks like. So there is very less. We don't have a lot of integers. So these are all object strings are integer, which is just a core number. Let's go ahead and bring at least 2 samples. If we want to drop any of these columns, let's go ahead and start playing the data first. Let's go ahead and see what are the type of case value counts. So let's go ahead and plot it. Okay, there we go. So felony is the highest one, and then it's misdemeanor, and then MTR. Let's go ahead and use another columns. Let's go ahead and see what are the actions that are being taken by DA. It's pretty simple. So again, let's go ahead and plot this guy out. All right, there you go. Most of the charges are new charges. Um, let's go ahead and see the crime type. Okay, there are a lot of crime types. Let's go ahead and see how many crime there are. 43 unique crime types. Let's go ahead and plot the top 10 or top 20 ahead. These are the top 10 crimes. After this, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing, but for top 20. We're going to increase the size of the figure. Fixed size is 10, 15. Let's go ahead and increase it to 15. Okay, let's go ahead and try to make it more uniform. Okay, there we go. Or what we can do is we could remove the log type in this line. Try to, so that we can compare. Without log, it looks like this, but with log, it looks like this, more comparable. Okay, let's go ahead and see some samples again. Let's go ahead and see the DV cases. Okay, the value count. Looks like it's just yes and no. Let's go ahead and plot this one too. Okay, for this one, no is a lot. So if we would want to view all the cases that has felony and narcotics on it. First, we are going to use the group by, then we're going to be using a lock so that we can compare. The action taken, crime type. We've grouped it by crime type. Now what we are going to do is we're still going to use the crime type. Let's go ahead and use filled case type. Filed case type over here, and we would want to see crime types. Okay, let's go ahead and plot this. Whoops. These are all the top 10 felonies. Let's go ahead and increase it to 20. So these are all the felonies, right? Let's go ahead and put this on plot. Y equals to counts. What if we do kind to var? Okay, there we go. And here we're going to title is at top 20. Crime type. Might wanna, not gonna be using log for now. Case status. Let's go ahead and see the type of case status we have. Let's go ahead and plot this. So we are going to have a title, case status. Our label, let's count. There we go. So we would want to count list of file dates should be greater than this. We might have to change it to the date type. The date and the data type right now could be string. Okay, we're trying to get the arrested date. Yep, there we go. But the ideal case would be, let's go ahead and see what the type is. The types. Date time, it seems like we've already changed it to date types. This is awesome. So if we would want to count how many cases are there after 0101. After the January 1st, 2022, you're gonna see the shape of it. And there are 5,840 cases after 2022 January 1st. So now let's start adding condition. Let's remove this guy. And here we're gonna have parentheses. And not gonna be arrest date. Just want to see the case type should be felony. Do we have it in the parentheses? We don't. Oops, there we go. So most of the cases are pretty new. We are going to be using, so we have 3,258 cases. Let's go ahead and find all the homicide case type. Um, Willful homicide. We are going to be removing this specific little piece, and we're going to have a parenthesis right here. So there are 19 of them. Now let's go ahead and see the data and validate. This is exactly what we were looking for. Yep. And so these are the cases involved for willful homicide after 2022 January 1st. Let's go ahead and see if there are any convictions after any felony conviction after January 1st, 2022. For that purpose, we're going to add the case status. We're not looking for anything pending. We're looking for conviction. Okay, there are 402 cases. Now we are going to look for the crime type. Value counts for crime type. Okay. So now we are going to Okay, to have a title, after 0101. This is a crime type, and the y-axis is y label count. Okay, is there any other information that we would want to see? Let's go ahead and bring out the table. So we just saw the crime types. Let's go ahead and see the DA action taken. Okay, these are all new charges filed. Now let's go ahead and see all pending cases. We don't conviction. Let's remove it and put the pending. So there are 1,800 pending cases. So let's go ahead and see what are the type of crimes they were. Okay, there's a lot of them. Let's go ahead and plot it out. This is perfect. These are the pending cases. These are the type of crimes for pending cases after 2022 January 1st. What else are we going to be interested to see? Let's go ahead and focus on list of file charges. So there are 1,375 types of charges that are filed. What we will do is we will see top 10. Yeah, we were supposed to do the bar is not going to look good. We can pretty much stop it. Let's go ahead and break it down right here. Not hit. Let's go ahead and see top 20. Okay, these are the top charges. Title is going to be top 20 chars types for pending cases after this time. Is there anything else that we missed? Oh, let's get the value count off. Let's go ahead and focus on arrested for now. Value counts. So there are still it's not the list arrested dates. Dates arrested date arrest and date. Okay, yep, there are 384 days. Let's go ahead and find the top 20 arrested dates. These are the top 20 arrested dates. Let's go ahead and just use, I'll use year, month, day for date. Do we want to change the format? We are not going to change the format for now. Let's remove the 0. Okay, let's go ahead and see how we can resolve it. So what happened was the type of the data was string before, but now the type is okay. I'm going to use datetime.date. We're going to import datetime go ahead and see. It has to be separated with comma. All right, there we go. It's not going to be cases count. Number of arrest. And same day, I'm going to remove the count. There you go. So let's go ahead and use group by. So it seems like there are 80 types of crime types. Let's go ahead and plot this. Count equals to bar. So for x-axis, we are going to be focusing on TA. Oops. Gotta be right here. Crime type. Okay, this is not right. We just want to see a new charges file. Okay, let's remove this. For now. Plot only. Plot group new charges. Plot only crime type and count that falls under new charges file and group. We're going to copy it. Okay, it's going to be new charges. Ooh. So here, new charges. filed with crime types count. Okay. Y label or X label is going to be crime count numbers of crime by count type under new charges filed. There we go. Let's go ahead and try to log on. There we go. DO.samples. Let's go ahead and group by crime type. We are going to see the file case type, value counts, file case type, so we are only going to be focusing on arson for now. Okay, let's go ahead and plot this out. So Y label is going to be case count. X label is going to be crime type. There we go. So let's go ahead and group by case status. By case status. We would want to see a crime type. So we would want to focus on successful diversion. Let's go ahead and see, focus on the pending ones. Pending ones. Okay, now let's plot the top 20. Plot kind also bar. So pending cases count for top pending cases. Type of top pending cases. Pending cases. Type count. And there we go. So let's go ahead and group by. Crime types. Now let's go ahead and see the case status. Okay, let's go ahead and see the case status. Now for all in DUI, let's go ahead and plot it. Ten and 5 is good enough. Title, status of all DUI cases. And on the left hand side, axis label is equals to be cases types. Case type Y. Count. It's quite a bit of number of dismissal cases too. let's go ahead and see all the court numbers or incident number. Either one is fine. And crime types. So we are going to view all the incident number that are grouped by crime types. Always write as a small typo. So these are the incident number for all of the incident number that are sorted by crime type. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to arrested it. We are going to view all the cases after 2022 January 1st. Group by. So these are all the incident number grouped by crime types after 2022 January 1st. Let's include January 1st too. So what if we would want to count values? Okay, this is series, we don't have it. So these are all the crimes that happened after January 1st, 2022. So let's go ahead and count the DUI. And only so crime type. Also with the crime type assault. So if we would want to see crime type calls to after, it is going to be we do have to use lock. Date has to be the time that date 202211. Assault. We are. Let's go ahead and see. Be right here. Let's go ahead and plot it out. Crime type is assault. And now what do we want? We want the column incident number, right? There are 272 cases. Now let's go ahead and do a value count for, we don't need that. Let's go ahead and see the arrested date. Okay, let's go ahead and plot this one out. But what we need to do is we already do have a value count, so we are going to be using top 20 days. Yep, there we go. So we have come up with a couple of useful data points. So to go through some of them, here we do have top 20 arrest dates for assault cases after 2022, January 1st. And here we do have the number of crime type, and these are the number of counts that falls after January 1st, 2022. This is the same. Uh, this is the same data. These are the incident number for each crime after 2022 January 1st, but they are grouped by crime type. If we want to go through each crime and see which crime is it and review it in detail, we would be able to go through them. So these are all the incident number um, sorted by crime type. Here we do have the status of all DUI cases. So most of the individuals have been convicted. So here we do have top pending case types. So the highest pending cases seems like DUI and assault and battery and assault, narcotics. These are all the pending cases that are sorted by crime types. So these are the count of cases uh, that falls under arson, crime type. Um, these are the type of cases that falls under the new charges filed by DA with the crime types count. Yeah, this is it for now. I will post the link for the dataset and for the code in GitHub in the description. I will see you guys in another video.